Born in 1908, James Maitland Stewart graduated from Princeton with a degree in architecture. What he built was an incredible career as an actor, winning an Oscar for The Philadelphia Story. Stewart earned medals for bravery in World War II, and President Clinton today called him a national treasure. David Browning looks now at the life of a man often imitated, but never equaled.
You know, this is me. You remember me? George Bailey.
My name is Charles Lindbergh.
I want you all to meet my new deputy, Thomas Jefferson Destry.
Howdy, folks.
Hi.
Oh.
For nearly half a century, Jimmy Stewart stood at that mysterious intersection where America's movie dreams converge with its real-life hopes, and its fears, and its fantasies.
You're lit from within, Tracy. You've got fires banked down in you. Hearth fires and holocausts.
Either I'm dead right or I'm...
He was the one you rooted for, the one who stood up for what's decent and what's right.
And you know that you fight for the lost causes harder than for any others. Yes, you even die for them.
Who stood, all 6'4" of him, as a hero for all ages, all seasons. As Glenn Miller, the band leader. As Monty Stratton, the baseball great. As Charles Lindbergh.
It's Ireland!
And the funny thing was, off-screen, his friends agreed, Jimmy Stewart was the same decent hero, too.
And what you see on the screen in those parts is an awful lot of what Jimmy Stewart really is.
What you see is what you get.
Dow's my name, Elwood P.
What you got was a charming kind of offhand modesty, and a Stewart trademark, that sweet, stumbling delivery of his.
And this is the interesting thing about the whole thing.
People get on me about it all the time, but I don't affect the thing. I just can't get up to speed for some reason.
He sang, after a fashion. Even played bad guys early on.
I got 6 bullets in this gun. One for her, one for myself.
I thought that I was learning my craft, not by going to lectures and not by sitting around and thinking about it or reading books, but by working at it.
Is that it?
I had little parts in big pictures and big parts in little pictures, and I could be doing 3 pictures at once. 2 in the daytime and 1 at night.
Hey, Uncle!
The variety of Stewart's roles over the years was remarkable. The homespun hero for director Frank Capra in the 30s and 40s. Man on the spot for Alfred Hitchcock in the 50s. And later, westerns with his best friend, Henry Fonda.
But Harley, you've been talking for 1,000 miles.
I'm sorry, John, you should have told me.
Throughout, he played opposite Hollywood's most beautiful women and somehow managed never to be upstaged.
Golly.
He was a hero in World War II, flying 20 missions over Germany. And he won 2 Oscars, Best Actor in The Philadelphia Story in 1940, a special Oscar in 1985 honoring his long career. He married just once for keeps. Gloria Stewart died in 1994, and in his last years, he missed her terribly. Of all the movies, his favorite was Capra's It's a Wonderful Life, in which he plays the quiet, decent American so sincerely, it's hard to tell where George Bailey leaves off and Jimmy Stewart begins.
It was George Bailey in a small town, and he had his hopes and his desires, his loves, and he did his best.
To my big brother George, the richest man in town.
It's been a wonderful life for me.